All right, so for today's Which Word of the Day, this is a Charmed podcast, don't you know? So I am choosing the word charm, noun. And a magic charm is an object, word, or action believed to hold supernatural power. These can bring luck, protection, or a specific desired outcome, acting as a focus for intention. Whether it's a natural item like a crystal, a man-made trinket like a lucky coin, or even a recited spell. These charms work by connecting to a symbolic or spiritual force, often drawn on personal belief or cultural traditions, and can be used to attract positive energy or ward off evil. A charm acts as a focal point, helping the user direct mental energy into the world. Items are chosen for their natural properties or symbolic meaning that resonate with a desired outcome. So, yeah, and I'm going to feature Neverending Story, that symbol that they betray you. I'm like, oh, that's protection. Oh.
You haven't even read that?
Wait, what are you doing with the book?
So he has the confidence to finish the story.
Hear now the words of the witches.
Can you hear the words of the witches? Yeah, the words of the witches.
Welcome to Words of the Witches, the Charmed podcast that will guide you through the lesser-known published lore of the Charmed universe.
In this night and in this hour, we call upon our fanboy power, bringing education and stupefaction to all of you.
Together, we will use our knowledge and reverence abundantly, but also find ourselves sassy and delightful.
Which is why we will truly be charmed.
All right, spell worders, welcome to Words of the Witches, episode 164. I am Kevin, your resident charmed resource.
And I'm Sean, and I have been lost in a never-ending story in my childhood.
Ooh. Okay. And joining us today, back on the podcast, is Weirdly Beloved. Hello.
Hi. Thanks for having me back.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. You are such a fun guest and such a knowledgeable guest. I love the way you research, so I think this will be a good time. We're back from winter break. We're back from Christmas break. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I mean,
Happy New Year.
It's still a crazy, crappy world, but you know.
He'll be dead soon, and everything will be better.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But we had a poll last week. Do you remember what it was?
Who was your favorite avatar?
You do remember. Well, it's in the notes.
You found me out.
I said Gamma because I love me my Gamma. You said Alpha, Sean,
Alpha.
right?
Yeah, because he had the most story and character, although Gamma is very cute.
So, Weirdly Beloved. Can I call you Weirdly?
Sure.
All right. Who would you say for the avatar?
I don't know any of their names, but I always liked the lady with the long hair.
Okay, that's Beta.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Beta.
Yeah, cool. It was funny because I posted that, and Phoenix, our friend on another podcast, he was like, wait, they had names?
Right?
But yeah, so we'll see what the audiences have spoken. So on Instagram, Gamma got the least amount of votes, 25%.
Wow.
Yeah. Then it was Alpha at 36% and Beta won at 39%.
Yes, that was close.
Yeah. Someone on YouTube's commented, they're like, I don't know her name, but the one that killed Kyle because I hated Kyle. I'm like, okay. But it's funny because on YouTube, it was a little bit different. Beta got the least amount, 17%. Then Alpha got 33%, and Gamma won at 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So crazy. Yeah. But you would think Alpha, the one that everybody knows, would be up there, and he didn't win either.
Yeah.
So, today we're covering magazine issue 20, Weirdly Beloved. What was your history with the magazines? Because I know you told me you had some of them before. And
we were in Borders looking for Inuyasha manga volumes because they were carrying them, and we just happened to walk by the magazine section and we saw that they were selling charm magazines, and we're like, can we have one? Can we have one? Can we have one? Can we have one, please? And so our mom got us one, and then it turns out they were doing Book of Shadows collector's pages, and they're like, hey, there's a couple in this one, buy the next issue for more. And it's just like, well, you know where I'll be next month. So yeah, we got those were the few issues we had. I think one of them was the Piper Unleashed one, and so those are the few I had for a few years, and then I ended up cutting them up so I could have the pictures for collages. I still regret that, but that's what happened to those.
One of those.
Somewhere a charmed collector just lost their wings because you cut out the magazines.
I feel so bad. I actually just came across one of the pages that I stuck pictures of Piper onto, and I'm like, I'm so sorry for what I did to you.
Yeah, and I was collecting them all too, and I'm like, oh, I should make a book shadows, but I'm like, no, I gotta leave them in there. But it worked out because I got the end of, again, my replica eventually, so I just have it there. It's on the Amara page today. I thought she was fitting. Yeah, so what's going on with your YouTube? You're still going strong? Anything new and exciting with that?
Yeah, I have a few ideas. Actually, I have a few leftover ideas, stuff I meant to get to and then I haven't. Like, one thing I really want to do is I have this theory that Dan was sent by the elders to try and keep Leo and her apart. So I'm just like trying to put that together, but I can't figure out whether to start with why the elders are such trash or start with why I think Dan was sent by them. So it's just like trying to arrange that. But I think that's going to be fun.
Nice. That is super fun.
That.
I can't wait for that one. Yeah. Speaking of, you can hear the Elders Are Dicks song in our Witches of Witches charmed musical that we wrote.
Ooh. They really are terrible.
Plug.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. We're getting into some manner keeping where we can talk about our stuffs.
You can't just vanquish an entire house, especially not our house. People are gonna notice.
Manner keeping.
Well, the problem isn't the manner. It's the manner in which it was treated.
A good witch is a clean witch.
Last episode, I think it was last one or the one before, I did end up getting the terrible, ugly Charmed Pops of the Charmed Sisters. And I showed those on the podcast. But now we have the Balthazar and Cole ones here as well. They're probably a little bit more successful. It's kind of hard to mess up Balthazar because he's so iconic and whatever. But, you know, I end up buying 6 so that I can try to get both because this is the Chaser one. So I have 5 Balthazars, which will be in a giveaway in the future.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I'll keep my one and then, yeah.
So you had to buy
So that's what's going on with me.
coal?
Yeah, I bought 6, a box of 6.
Oh, wow.
So the way it was is like, because you can only buy Balthazar, the coal was not for sale. But they said if you buy 6, you're pretty much guaranteed to, because it's a 1 in 6 chance of getting coal. So, and one person bought 6, he ended up getting 3 coals. But I got 5 Balthazars and 1 coal, so I was very lucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
You crazy girl.
Not crazy, I know. All for in the name of the collection. All right, Sean. You want to talk about our Summon for X?
Yeah, well, real quick, too,
Megan?
I'm trying to find the name right now. I'll find it before we're done, but I thought it was fun because for Christmas, I was watching, bad, Christmas horror films, and I love that she's in this comic so I can talk about it, but I saw Scout Tyler Compton in one of the movies. I didn't even know she was in it until I started watching it. So, I don't know. The movie was okay, but she was great in it. It was about this mom, who lived with her daughter, and she's very, weird about her daughter, and these thieves try to break in. One of them is Scout Tyler Compton, but it's snowing so bad outside, the mom welcomes them into her home despite them trying to steal from her. It's a weird movie. It has a twist ending, but I'll find the name for you. But yeah, we on our other podcast, Solving for X, while we were going over the first episode of Agatha All Along, which is very witchy, we had on amazing drag performer Megan the Man-Eater. She goes under Megan the Man-Eater, yes! But we found out, just because Kevin is a Charmed junkie, we found out through Charmed being brought up that she's a huge Charmed fan. So we went on our little rabbit trail with that, and I sent the video to Kevin to post it so you can see our little Charmed discussion with her.
Yeah, I will do that. I might play it in this podcast. We'll see.
Oh, nice.
I don't know.
I really, really love Aubrey.
And we get to talk about her again in Legion.
Yeah.
And she's also a very huge Charmed fan. I don't know if I'd ever told you her old videos that she made with her sister acting out Charmed. Did I ever show you that to you?
I love
She puts on these really bad wigs and she acts out like dubs, and she voices her and her sister Renee are playing Charmed, and she's a huge Charmed fan, which is super fun for me too.
Oh my god, that is so cool. Well, she's a huge
Megan,
she's very witchy.
I don't know if you know this, but if you see behind Kevin, to the right of his head is the Charmed Manor. Up above his head is the figure of Balthazar. There's Charmed. He's the biggest Charmed person you'll ever meet.
Yes. I love Charmed so much. Like, my husband.
There's the book behind him.
Yeah.
Shadows is there.
From the actual set, the real book.
No, not that. No. That's with Brad Kern, and it got damaged in a fire a little bit, sadly. But it's a replica. So.
Oh, okay.
Who's your favorite sister? I love asking that.
Oh my God, Piper. Not at first.
Okay.
Piper at the end. Piper. It ended with Piper. It was Phoebe. Oh, it was. No, Piper.
Okay. I'm a Paige girl, and Kevin's a Prue girl.
Oh my God.
But cool.
Well,
wait till we get to our closing out and you hear what other podcast Kevin and I do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I annually binge watch Charmed, and then I go and watch the new Charmed, and then get super frustrated again because they were about to merge the two.
You were on thin ice there for a minute, but you backed out, so we're good. We're friends still.
No, I kept watching the new Charmed, thinking that somehow the old charm would reappear somehow, and it never did. And I don't know why I tortured myself like that. And then at the very end, when they were like, "Yeah, Charmed Dimensions," and then ended up at the original, the Good Charmed place, and I was like, "This means we're gonna have the good cast back," and I was excited. And then
it was over.
And then it was over.
I watched some Christmas movies too. I watched a lesbian one called Christmas Baby, and Barbara Niven, who played Billy and Christie's mom, is in it. I'm like, oh, she's got longer hair. She's got personality. Look at her go. So cool. So let's get into this magazine. It is Charmed Magazine, issue 20, the fashion issue. I don't really know much about fashion, so we'll see how this goes. I kind of know what they look like what colors they wore and outfits they wore, but I couldn't tell you designers or things like that.
I may not know designers and stuff, but I definitely know you wore this and that outfit in that episode of that season and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm better at that. But there's things I miss really easy with the fashion, so we'll see how it goes. And this was published November 20th, 2007. Editor Helen Gregory. Designers Daniel Burrows, Simon Christophers, two of those. And then writers Ian Spelling, Brian Cairns, Kate Anderson, Kate Lloyd, and Zoe Hedges. Zoe's new. She's a new writer this issue. Cool. So let's get into the content. Oh, go ahead.
I found it. It was called A Creature Was Stirring.
A creature was stirring. Not even a mouse. Oh, this is also another 100-page issue. We have several 100-page issues, so it's a longer issue. But here we go. Sean, read the editor's note.
Hi, guys. Okay, so we know that Charmed was essentially about the magic, but who can deny waiting excitedly every week to see what Faye Bois would be wearing? Yes, we all love the outfits and the different signature styles of each of the Charmed ones. So we have dedicated this issue to all things fashion. Of all of the Charmed ones, I have all... Ooh, that was lunch coming back for hello. Sorry, I ate right before this. I have always, that was all written in her notes, by the way. I have always loved Prue's understated style. She may have been in the show for only 3 seasons, but her wardrobe was one of my favorite things about Charmed. Which Charmed One style do you most admire? Is it Favois' sexy look? Or maybe you love Paige's quirky style? Or Piper's classic casual? Find out which Charmed One you dress most like with our quiz on page 39. This issue, we've also been talking to lots of guest actors too. After all, without them, the Charmed Ones wouldn't have had anything to do. Check out our interview with the actors behind the Crone from season 5, a member of the Triad, and the lovely Fairy who appeared in 7 episodes and knew about every one and was definitely paid accordingly, right? If you're a fan of the Charmed fiction books, as we are in the Charmed magazine office, you'll love our guide to the series. We've had our heads down reading them all, and we've come up with our top 10. Let us know what you think of the books. I hope you enjoy this issue as much as I have enjoyed putting it together for you. As always, let me know what you like about it. See you next time. Hal. So it's all written in like cursive, so that's why it's kind of hard to read sometimes, just so you all know spell orders.
All right, now we have our Bay Mirror. This is our Charmed news of the issue. And so we have more of the same from last issue, kind of. Alyssa is still advocating for the tropical diseases that are happening. And she's been donating and raising funds. We have Grindhouse, the movie that Rose McGowan was filming during the last season of Charmed, is finally coming to DVD. And then we were just talking about Black Oasis, that movie that we mentioned last episode. But I guess it never came to be, because I couldn't find much information about it. Very disappointing. I wanted to watch it. But it was written by Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, director Stephen Elliott. And she was supposed to be Susan Cabot, the one with she was the actress that was killed by her dwarf son, which is a crazy story, I guess. I guess she was losing her mind kind of, and she attacked him in the middle of the night. I researched a little bit about it, and yeah, she came up with him with a weight bar, and he grabbed it from her and like beat her with it, and tragedy.
Crazy.
Yeah. So there's that movie that didn't happen, but she was supposed to be in that. Then we have Alyssa. She was in Pathology, which I never saw that movie, but I remember when it came out. It seemed interesting, where she was like a medical student, and these group of medical students are trying to like do the perfect murder. I'm like, what's with these dark movies? I don't know. Yeah. And then we had Holly. She made a sippy cup with her kids. With her kids' artwork or whatever, and she put it in like a little sippy cup and then sold it on eBay for $272. Can I see it here? I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Little hand, and has Finley's name in it and Riley's name in it.
Aww.
But yeah, and then she donated that to help pediatric AIDS, which was pretty cool. Drew Fuller is going to appear in an ABC Family movie with Michelle Trachtenberg called The Circuit. It's a NASCAR romance. Not particularly interesting to me, but I'm sure it was fine. I think I mentioned too, because Shannon Doherty was in the Great Christmas Caper, or the Christmas Caper, which was a ABC Family Christmas movie, which I watched. It was pretty bad, but she's cute in it. Oh yeah, Touch expands her baseball line for women. Oh, and Trick or Treat is on for pre-order. The next Charmed novel. That's actually the last Charmed novel. So when we covered season 1 of this podcast, we covered all of the novels. That's the very last one. Takes place post season 8. So that's a kind of an interesting book. Oh, there's where she mentions Christmas Caper. There it is. And then Australia is the first to get a large Book of Shadows DVD set, which I do have the American one right there. It's pretty much exactly the same, but the Australian one was a little bit different because they had a light up triquetra in there. They don't mention it, but I was always jealous because the Australian one had a button and the light triquetra would light up in a nice red orange color.
I like that.
So I haven't tracked that down yet, and I always wanted it. Blah. So, all right, and that's all I got. There's some spotted stuff, but we don't care about that. All right, let's talk about the Ask Phoebe section.
Yes. So Ask Phoebe was just a section where people write in and ask, quote, Phoebe questions, although I don't know if this is okay to say, but based on the responses, I get the impression it was written by a guy. Because the first one is, this girl asks if, her boyfriend's jealous of her dog. I was going to say the one about the pants. No, it's the first one is this girl has a boyfriend who's been jealous of the dog, and it's basically like, he probably has a point. And then the second one is, I asked my boyfriend, does my butt look fat in these jeans? And he's like, yes. Like, can you believe it? And they're like, well, don't ask the question if you don't want an answer. And then the third one is, my mom had a makeover and she's getting more attention than me, so I'm jealous. And it's like, don't be jealous of your mom. Go get a makeover yourself. It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
It's such a strange section. They've been doing this for a few issues now, and we are under the impression that the entire thing is fabricated. Both the letters themselves and the responses are just something they're doing.
Right? It just doesn't read like something a real person would write. Like, there was one line in particular. Let me see if I can. I think it was in the. Yeah, in the second story it says, well, since you asked, yes, I just brought a lovely new dress for a friend's party and I wanted his opinion. More fool me. Like, who says more fool me? Like, what?
Right?
I mean, is that another British thing? Because this is a British magazine. It's all made in Britain. I was wondering if that's another British phrase. I don't know. Because we find weird stuff like that a lot, too.
Yeah.
My big bum.
My big bum.
With my mum. Oh, yeah, they're jealous of me, mum. Let's move on to the witches and wardrobes.
All right, so this section was cute, but kind of like a throwaway at the same time. It just kind of went through each of the sisters to talk about their wardrobe, which if you have watched all 8 seasons, you already kind of know. It talks about how Piper is conservative, comfortable, and relaxed, but even though, like, she doesn't dress the most sexy, like, she is still sexy in what she chooses to wear. Like, she doesn't show skin as much, but she shows more conservative but sexy clothes. Phoebe is more daring, provocative, colorful, and sparkly, and definitely shows a lot more skin. Paige is sleek and sexy, vintage with high street and bold and unusual, except for season 4 when she was kind of more like bright colors and like Scooby-Doo looking.
And she did some of that with season 6 too. I mean, it's random.
Yeah. And Prue's more like smart, like a lot of signature black and paired with just a splash of color. I think I like that they let the actresses eventually kind of start choosing their outfits more because they know the characters better than anyone else. So they knew how to like bring out their character because, yeah, they each do have their own style. I think the one that I liked the most was Prue's style. Like, I feel like she was like consistently like classy, whereas like the other 3 kind of had their moments, especially like Phoebe and Paige took very broad strokes that sometimes like hit and sometimes missed.
I heard that Rose brought in a lot of her own clothes for wardrobe. Is that true?
Yeah, I can imagine that being very much true because when she had more freedom, she said the first season that she just wore whatever they put on her, and then she's like, no, I'm gonna have some say, and she would like purchase things. She would be shopping and she's like, oh, I'm gonna buy this, and then she's like, wait, that's not for me, that's for Paige. So she was realizing some of her wardrobe that she was picking were as a Paige thing. Speaking of their wardrobe on the show, let's talk about behind the seams. Ooh, Eilish Zabriskie, who their costume designer, and we talked about her a lot in the past. And John Perret worked with he was a big Charmed producer. He worked with Eilish on Love Boat, and that's where they first met. Or sorry, the Love Boat Next Wave. It was a spin-off series, but he brought her over to Charmed in season 2. And Eilish said that she watched the first season, but she couldn't see any difference between the sisters' wardrobe. She's like, they have no individuality, so I'm going to fix that. I'm like, oh, sorry to the first season costumer. She said she liked dressing. She liked dressing them all, but she felt Shannon was very stylish and she could experiment with her. So she was like, oh yes, we got to do some really feisty things, even though, she still kept the character in mind. And then she had a bit of a learning curve with Rose, figuring out what she was going to wear. She said Rose liked pants a lot.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't remember her wearing a whole lot of dresses or skirts.
Yeah. Occasionally, but not very often. Yeah. So, and she said that the guys were super easy to dress. I mean, of course. And she would research specialty costumes in books. So, like, whenever there's like a weird like superhero episode or some kind of mermaid or whatever, maybe she would like collect like a library of material from like different sources, and she's like, I will keep this for when I need it and I can peruse. She had a lot of fun with the superheroes and Ms. Hellfire. She was like, it was a designer's dream to do this show. She had so much fun. But she was on from season 2 through 7. She didn't do that last season either.
Oh, the top 10 charm looks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So number 10 was Piper's red dress from the
San Francisco Dreamin'. Yes, correct.
San Francisco Dreamin'. Number 9 is one of Paige's lacy tops. Number 8 is Phoebe's red figure hugging dress. I can't speak today. Number 7 is Piper's black top and classic jeans combo. Number 6 is Phoebe's patterned summer dress. Number 5 is Paige's lacy, it says gold, but that doesn't look gold to me, dress. Number 4 is Piper and Phoebe's bridesmaid dresses. Number 3 is Phoebe's silk kimono from season 6. Number 2 is Paige's 50s look from the Charmed Noir, is that how you say it? Episode. And then number 1 is Billy's leather outfit from her first episode. I don't know how any of these made it into the top 10, by the way.
Right.
And then no top 10 Prue looks.
Right?
Yeah.
Not to mention, there's so many outfits that it's like, over these?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many other ones that are more iconic, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you each of these episodes. I know all these episodes where they're from.
You do?
Like this one, this page, this is My Three Witches, season 6, episode 6. This is Run Piper Run near the end, which she was Dex in the art show. This one was she wore this a lot, but I think this was Forever Charmed, the Piper picture. This was Still Charmed and Kicking from season 8. That was when Piper and her are walking down the street and they see the reflections of their fake selves in the mirror. Shopping. This was where's the page? This one with the gold. That was House Call, season 5, episode 13. The bridesmaids' dresses, of course, Engaging in Fuse, 8/16. This was Crisscrossed, so season 6. You're right, and Charmed Noir, and then she wore this in the first and second episode of season 8. So
great memory. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. The Nutty Charmed fan is coming out.
No, that's great. The fact that you can, especially since, wasn't there like 160?
There's 178 episodes. 179 if you include the unaired pilot.
I am so surprised they did not have not only any of Shannon's looks at all, but also her Betsy Johnson dress from the season 1 promo. Like, I love that dress so much. I can't believe it's not on this list.
Wow. See, and I wouldn't know who. The only thing I know about Betsy Johnson is when they talk about her in Gerda Piper. She's like, maybe we should go back to the Betsy Johnson, the cool club chick look as opposed to the classy club owner look. That's all I remember about Betsy Johnson because I know nothing else. Just remember her mentioning it.
I check every store that has older clothes and everything in there because if I ever find that dress, I don't care how much it costs, it's coming back with me.
Yes. Get it.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, we are at the fashion quiz. So what a perfect transition.
What is this, some kind of game?
Grimoire Games!
Some people think this is entertainment.
What was the color of the genie costume Phoebe had to wear in I Dream of Phoebe? And it was. Am I answering or are you guys
Blue.
answering? Yeah, blue.
Anybody can answer.
Okay.
But are we checking to see if what we say is right? Oh, they say turquoise blue here.
Ugh. So it was a gay that wrote this.
It says Kate Anderson. Kate Anderson. It says right here.
Which
we'll
character tends to wear the most slinky and revealing outfits of all the girls? What a trashy question! Fuck you, Kate Anderson. Phoebe. Yeah, we all know the answer, but we don't talk about it.
Slinky. All right.
What is Paige's signature color in the lipstick department?
I'm guessing red.
It's red, yeah. Unless it's like a scarlet red or like very descriptive red.
According to the answers, it says blood red. And according to the answers,
there you go. See, blood red.
All right.
In which episode did Leo go all buff and dress up in leathers like Russell Crowe and Gladiator? Whoa.
Now, Hallie and the Dolls. If that's how you
Yes. That's right.
There's
Yeah,
an editor's
Gladiator,
note
Hallie
here.
and the
Like,
Dolls.
I've been alone in my house for a week. I haven't had any sex. I just need any relief that I can get. The question is very horny. Which actress and the character she plays has a thing for shoes?
That's supposed to be an easy question because that could be like so many of them. Because we talked about Shannon Doherty, she has that, and I feel like the character, like Phoebe, is the one that has most into shoes.
Yeah, she was bringing
So I don't know,
shoes in Pre-Witched, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Phoebe?
Who new product could be used to fight evil?
Yeah, I'd say Phoebe, even though I feel like it could be like any of them.
What does it say in the answers? It says Paige.
What?
Okay, she was another guy.
Paige didn't know. Paige didn't care about shoes at all in the show. Like,
yeah, she never mentioned shoes.
They never talked about. Yeah, I know Rose kind of likes shoes, but the character does not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that one. But okay.
Yeah, no. Which charmed villain, infamous for his unattractive looks, is rarely seen without a hooded cloak? What?
I guess the source.
The source, yeah.
Scott. My buddy Scott.
Which character with his long, effeminate hair desperately needed a haircut? This is Shax, but how dare you
They're so
call it
rude.
effeminate? Yeah, you're so rude, Kate.
Shax. Let's move on to the still easy. Oh, I read this part. Okay. So, in which episode did Phoebe ditch her clothes and ride naked on the back of a horse? Do we know?
The Bear Witch Project?
There you go.
Yes, I knew you knew. That's why I was waiting. I'm like, I know you know. What was teenage Phoebe's signature color in Hyde School Reunion?
Black.
Yeah.
Well, this is a trick question because black isn't a color; it's the absence of all color. So, I mean, trick question.
The answer says black, Sean. Speaking of black, the clothes Paige wore in the season 7 black and white episode Charmed Noir come from what era? Well, they said in the last section that where they bluff coverage, it said 50s look, Paige's 50s look.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, didn't they just give you a hint like 2 pages back?
Yeah. Here it says 1930s.
Tricksters.
Huh. So, I feel like, I don't know, like there's something there. I think it was a 1930s look, but the noir era took place in like the 40s to the 60s.
Mm.
So like the noir era is then, but it's the 1930s era dress.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, that's a trickery question. All right. In season 1, Leo was often seen wearing what manly and practical fashion accessory?
Tool belt.
Tool belt.
Yeah.
I always thought
I'm
that
the
was very
handyman.
good looking.
I wish it was
Yeah.
just the tool belt.
Nice. In which season did Phoebe sport her very short haircut?
Wasn't that 4, 5, 4, 4?
That's what I'm trying to say. I can't do. Wait, how do I do this?
6.
There you
It
go.
was 6.
It's 6.
I first thought of 6,
Yeah.
but then that seemed too late. I should have just gone with my gut.
Just think about the first time you see her with that hair is Valley of the Dolls. So like, oh yeah, what season is that?
2.
Which charmed actress has a tattoo of a woman on her shoulder? Pinup girl.
Shannon.
It's Rose.
Okay, Rose.
Yeah. The cleaners always looked very dapper. What color were their suits?
White.
White. Why gotta be white? All right. So read us the next section, the harder section.
What did Piper wear when she attended her 10-year high school reunion in Coyote Piper?
That suit thing. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I don't know fashion.
The thing is, I wonder if they mean like
Sure.
her herself or when Tara was possessing her. It feels like a trick question.
Yeah. Yeah, was it the red with the fringe and the leather? Was it what she was like, ooh, her stuffy little updo and I don't know. What do you call it? What does it say?
What does it say in the answers? A
black skirt and matching jacket.
Oh, right. And then the coat Phoebe wore in A Call to Arms was by which very famous designer? I'm lost.
I couldn't tell you that. I don't know. I don't know people. I know Betsy
Vera
Johnson now.
Wang.
Okay, who else is there? Banana Republic? Is there like what is it?
Banana Republic.
See, I don't know clothes like that. All right. It says Dolce and Gabbana. Okay.
In which season did Piper cut her hair short?
Never? Never. She was always had the long hair. They're lying. They're lying.
Yeah.
What does it say? Oh yeah, she never has. That's a trick question.
Oh my god. That's a stupid question.
Why would they put that in there?
What color was the scarf Piper wore around her neck when she dressed in her ship's uniform in her very first Charmed episode?
Red, wasn't it? It's like that
Red,
little red.
I think.
Right? What's it say? Oh yeah, red. Woohoo!
Sorry, I'm trying to find the answers. Okay, I think I found them.
I know. Yeah.
I think this is Noelle. Paid for a striking Noelle's strappy dress. Name the episode and the color of the garment.
That's so basic.
I don't know what Noelle means. I don't know. I don't know these words. A strappy dress. What? Stupid. Okay, what is it? I don't know how to answer this. Oh, the Blair Witch Project. The dress was green. Oh yeah, I know she wore green in that episode. That's all I can. Okay, they should have gave. I don't care. Whatever. I don't care. Stupid.
Which actress has a fashion designer mother in real life?
Oh, I think it's Alyssa. Because her mom's just like, I like clothes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then, what was the most notable difference in looks when it came to good Leo and evil Leo?
Spiky hair.
Spiky hairs. And a goatee.
Oh
Goatee,
yeah,
too.
he had the.
Yeah. I'm bad.
They did that joke on South Park
yeah,
where all
beard.
the evil ones had a goatee.
It says evil sported a beard and spiky hair. It was not a beard.
It
was not a full beard.
Nope.
It was just a goatee. They lied.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you thought those were easy, let's get into our tough questions. What color was the jet top Phoebe sported in Scry Hard?
Oh god, I have to think about this.
No idea.
I don't remember. What did she wear in that Scry Hard?
Red.
Did you look that up?
No, I don't know. I'm too lazy to look for the answers.
It says red. It says red. Yeah. Okay, it says red. Look at you. I can't remember.
Plebeian.
right.
Phoebe wore a gorgeous Marc Jacobs coat, but in which episode? I'll give you a hint.
Uh-oh.
It's not the Blair Witch Project.
Okay. I don't know. What does Marc Jacobs' clothes look like? I don't know. Isn't he like the guy that created Boy Meets World? What's his name?
No, he's a fashion designer.
Oh, that's Dan Jacobs, maybe. I'm thinking, okay. I don't know. What is it? Charmageddon. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember that coat. Okay. See? I don't know fashion.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I feel like these would be easier, too, if you knew. Like, because they said in the episodes, like, hey, everyone, I'm wearing a Marc Jacobs coat.
Yeah.
But if you're just watching, it's
Right.
just a coat.
Mm-hmm.
In A Witch in Time, what was the color of Phoebe's leather jacket?
Isn't that like the brown, reddish brown one?
Red! My answer will always be red.
Wait, question. Oh, yeah, red. All these red. Yeah. I remember that one. Because they said the episodes. That helped.
Red is the color of harlots. So that's why I always just assume red. No, just kidding.
Beautiful.
I'm taking on the spirit of Kate Anderson and her slut shaming, so. In Sympathy for the Demon, Paige wore a matching top and knee-high boots. What color were they?
Pink.
Pink. I remember she got stabbed in her little pink sweater thing. I don't remember the boots, but I remember the shirt.
Okay.
So yeah, pink. Thank you.
What were the color of the dots on the pink agent provocateur corset that Paige wore in The Power of Three Blondes?
What?
I don't know what they're saying.
I think I just had a stroke.
Oh, like, it's the buttons? The dots.
The dots.
The dots? I don't know what does that mean? What are the... Is it buttons? Maybe it's a British thing. Maybe British people call them dots. Maybe they mean buttons.
Okay.
It says green.
Green.
I guess.
Okay. Which charmed actress has designed a clothing line for female baseball fans?
Alyssa.
Touch.
Cool.
In season 3, what color hooded cloak did the source of all evil sport? Red.
Blood red.
This
Red.
is a harlot.
Red. Oh my gosh, yes. All right, next one is very tough. When Piper and Phoebe first met Paige in Charmed Again Part 1, what was she wearing? It's the white thing that she wore. I don't know, that white, I don't know, cream color.
Why it gotta be
You remember
white?
it? Oh, I gotta be white. It's like got like little flower things in there, and it's like a long sleeve white thing. What does it say? Blue jeans and a cream jacket. Okay. There you go. Who cares about the blue jeans? All right. What color was Paige's hair when she became a superhero in Witches in Tights?
Wasn't it the same color that she had? Red?
This is season 5. Red.
So it was red.
Red. Red.
Harlot.
Harlot. They really love the red answer. This quiz. What color wig was Billy wearing when she crashed into the manor in Still Charmed and Kicking?
Not red, black.
I'm black, and I do flips across the banister. In promo shots for season 1, Prue appeared in a gray velvet dress. What was the name of the designer?
It was Betsy Johnson.
There you go. That one you knew.
Yes.
Was that a
Amazing.
Was that a demon who just answered that one?
It was Betsy Johnson.
Amazing. And if anybody finds that dress, we know who to send it to.
Yes, please. I will pay for it. I will come get it.
What is most notable about future Prue's look in Morality Bites?
She's blonde.
Yeah, strange. For his wedding to Phoebe, what color did Coop choose for his suit? It was like tan, right? Like that weird, like light brown color. Right?
I think so. I just love question 7. I looked ahead. It's so mid.
Oh, it says beige, light brown. Woohoo!
There you go.
There we go. Okay. What is a cowl?
The folded
I learned this
part
because of
the shirt?
Batman.
Like that.
Isn't it?
Batman.
Yeah, like the hood.
It's like that
thing.
hood. It's like a little hood thing. Yeah, like, and I feel like X-Men too. Like when Cyclops technically has that little neck piece, or like Gambit has that those little things, like little hoodie thing on your head. What do they call it? A loose hood. That's what they say. A loose hood. Harlot. All right, read us number 6, weirdly beloved.
Guess
Part
the
6.
character. Number 1, Darth Maul mask, business suit, black turtleneck jumper.
Balthazar. Unless they want to say Cole.
Balthazar. Say Cole. I don't know which one. Well, it says mask. Black. I'm gonna say. Do you think it's Cole or Balthazar? Well, one of the two. Whatever.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
Leather trousers, maternity gown, chef's hat.
Piper.
Yes. Pantaloons, skimpy top, mermaid's tail. Overalls, soldier's uniform, white letter robe.
Leo, I guess, but white letter. I'm gonna save that white letter robe comment for canonical.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Leopard print cami, Betsy Johnson dress, dog collar. I was so tempted to do that again.
Dog collar. Is that saying because you turned into a dog, Prue? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Handcuffs.
Okay.
Shirt and tie. Gun holster.
Oh, Daryl.
Daryl, yeah.
Handcuffs from last Saturday.
I know.
Wings. Diapers. Wedding suit.
Stupid. I think this was supposed to be saying Coop, but Coop never had wings or diapers. So lies.
Yeah.
It's Coop. I can't believe that.
Stupid. Like I could say, yeah. Well, I can't really say anything. Is that maybe it's the source? He had wings, and who knows if he was wearing a diaper under that cloak?
That ugly source.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
All right. So now we need to guess the episode based on the picture. So the first one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was like, I can just go down the line and super easy. But
well, yeah.
the
First one is a mermaid's tail. The second one,
witch's tail.
A witch's tail. The next one is witches in tights.
Yes.
Number 3 is that what's it called? This first episode of season 8. Still charmed and kicking?
Not the first.
No.
It's Battle of the Hexes.
Battle of the Hexes. Number 4 is when they're goddesses. Help me out here, weirdly beloved. What's it called?
Oh my goddess.
Oh my goddess.
Oh my goddess.
And then we see.
Oh, look at this. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I just realized. Look at this. They got the quiz got it wrong. I looked at the answers. They put I Dream of Phoebe for this Billy picture.
Oh, wow. She wasn't even in that.
They failed. She wasn't even in that season. Magazine. Tisk, tisk, tisk magazine.
Tisk, tisk.
Okay,
and
continue.
Number 5 is Phoebe and Cole all dressed like old timey.
It's not Cole. It's Drake.
That's Drake.
Oh, I like this episode too. I can't remember.
Huh?
Is that when they were lost in the book together?
Not well. Was it the book? No. Yes. Well, kinda. It was the. They didn't go in the book. That was Charmed Noir you're thinking of. They just went into the They went into the time loop.
Oh, okay.
And show ghouls.
Huh. The answer section says it's Valhalla of the Dolls. That is not Valhalla of the Dolls, right?
No.
No. What? They are terrible.
Right?
Yeah.
They're misinforming everybody.
Yeah.
But okay.
Because Valhalla of the Dolls
It's
is
season 7, episode 15. Huh?
What's the name?
Show ghouls.
Show ghouls. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what number 6 is. It's Prue as a man, and she's a man baby, a man. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, correct. And that says happily ever after. What are they doing?
Half of these are wrong.
What?
And number 7 is a dog. Look who's barking. They got that one right, too.
They got that one right. Oh my gosh. Who was editing this? Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed by this magazine. All right. Let's move on to the next section. It's called Dressed to Kill Fashionistas Guide to Kicking Demon Butt. So this is pretty much saying like things that are in and things that are out. I'm just going to go right through. It says in, stretch jeans. Out, cargo pants. In, zip hoodies. Out, turkey vests. And that's the first time I ever heard that phrase, turkey vest. I didn't know what that was. In, fedora hats. Out, halter necks. Oh, that's like with the...
Oh, wait, no, it says out is trilbies?
Oh, out trilbies. I guess that's another hat. Okay, it's another hat. And then in is halter necks. There we go. And then out t-shirts. Then we have in leather skirts. Out mini skirts. In tunics. Togas? Maybe they mean toga. Maybe that's a British thing for toga.
Oh,
British
yeah.
word. Again. And then out dungarees. In tight sweaters. So you can see Phoebe like this. And then out cardigans.
Cardigans are never out. Ask Taylor Swift.
See?
Yeah.
See? So there's that. Oh, and now we have another quiz. A personality quiz.
What is this, some kind of game? Some people think this is entertainment.
So who wants to read the first question?
Me. How would you describe your dress sense? A. Wild and quirky with a dramatic edge. B. Carefree and daring. C. Tasteful and conservative. Or D. Just your average girl next door. I don't know. As a guy, we don't get to play around too much.
Well, since lazy isn't an option, I'll go with D. Just your average girl next door.
Yeah, I'm doing D. Lazy. I mean, girl next door.
I guess. Yeah, D. Okay. Want to read us the second one? Weirdly Beloved?
Yeah. What's your signature color when it comes to clothes? Red, the brighter the better. Don't have one. Anything goes. Black or white. Brown or green. Or anything earthy.
They don't have my color. It's blue. Rude.
I'm gonna go B. I don't really pay attention to color.
Yeah, I'm going to just say B because I do wear a lot of colors, but I wear blue a lot more than anything, I think.
I wear black almost exclusively and I get teased all the time for it.
Nice.
The guy I was seeing actually would point at my clothes or touch them like, oh, this is a new color. Never seen you in this before. It's like, shut it. You know I wear black.
That's funny.
When I
Prue
worked
would love
for
you.
when I worked for the company Color, I had to wear a dark colored shirt with just the word color on it, and somebody once was like, I get it, because you're not wearing color. I was like,
Amazing. All right. What's in your wardrobe? What's in your wallet? Bright colors and bold patterns. A lot of different funky things. C, not a great deal, but what I've got is well chosen and practical. Or D, jeans, and more jeans.
Definitely a
I'm gonna
C.
say C. I'm gonna say B, just because of my cosplay and stuff. There's so many crazy things in there.
Not to mention all your underwear.
Yeah, drawers full of drawers. That's for sure.
What do you try to express when it comes to your clothes? That I'm a unique and highly creative individual. I just want to make a statement and get some attention. Can't say I've ever tried to express anything with my clothes or the mood I'm in. I don't know.
The mood
I'm
I'm
gonna
in.
say B because I'm gonna say B just because I like to wear tight things too.
Ooh.
Crazy cosplay things that show skin or tight things. I don't know. Okay. I mean, look at the shirt. Super tight. All right. Anyway.
Harlot.
Oh yeah. Harlot. All right. You rate us 5 then, I guess.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you judge people by the clothes they wear? Of course. Don't we all? No, never. It depends on the person. If I don't like them, absolutely yes. Or sometimes.
I'd say sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't try to, but occasionally you'll see someone like, oh, what are they wearing?
Yeah.
But most of the time, if you can tell it's self-expression, I'm not mad at it. It's mostly if it's like if they wear something that I don't agree with, like ugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll say sometimes too.
Yeah. All right. How many pairs of shoes do you have in your wardrobe? A, I adore shoes, so probably close to 100 pairs? Yes, really. B, more than 25 but less than 50. C, don't know, I've never had the time to count. D, no more than a dozen.
D.
D.
D, I own a pair of flip-flops, a pair of shoes, and a pair of boots.
Yeah. I wear the same shoes until I have to throw them out. Although I probably have more than most just because of all the cosplay boots and shoes I have to have. So, but they're not everyday wear shoes. They're just like, oh, I'm wearing this costume. Pull these out.
Okay. Are you easily influenced by fashion magazines? Not at all. Yes. I'm not easily influenced by anything. Thank you very much. Or sometimes.
A.
C.
Yeah, A.
Okay.
Yeah, A and C are kind of the same. Same vibe.
Right. Yeah.
Who's your favorite fashion designer? I already know where this is gonna go. Manolo Blahnik? It's a shoe thing. Dolce & Gabbana? Bessie Johnson? Or I don't have one. I like what I like. The label doesn't bother me.
D, because I don't care. I know nothing about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Bessie
But is
Johnson
Bessie
just
Johnson
because
yours?
if they ever watch this, it's like, hey, if you ever recreate that dress, hit me up.
Hi, this is Bessie Johnson. We have a dress for you.
It's like, okay, where?
Cinderella. Natalie. All right. What item of clothing could you not live without? Shoes, all of them. I could quite happily live without any of my clothes. There's a lot to be said for naturism. C, my leather jacket. Or D, my sexy leather trousers.
I'll go with B.
I'm going to say B.
B.
Why not? Okay.
Let's do it. It would save a lot of money. What item in your wardrobe do you wear the most? Shoes! Oh my god, shoes. Let's get some shoes.
Shoes.
Anything that shows a bit of flesh, my leather jacket, or jeans. Out of those jeans.
I don't know. I'm going to go with B.
Harlot.
I know.
I don't know what to say because I pretty much just wear oversized shirts all the time. It's like, that's not an option, so...
Yeah.
I guess I'll just say shoes. What wouldn't you be seen dead in? A business suit? Much too boring and conservative. Nothing much. I'm game for wearing anything. A poncho? Or a PVC catsuit?
A poncho.
I'm going to say a poncho, although if it starts raining at Disney, if any of the Disney parks and I have nothing, I will probably put one on begrudgingly.
I will say a business suit because, trust me, they do not look good on my frame.
Okay. What do you think your clothes say about you? That I'm a unique individual with a unique sense of style. That I like attention. Lots of attention. That I'm well dressed, or that I'm comfortable with my body and my clothes reflect that.
D.
D.
I'll go A.
Okay.
How long does it take you to get ready when you go out? Depends where I'm going and what the occasion is. An hour, tops. I can get ready in 15 minutes if need be. On average, an hour and a half.
C.
C.
Yeah.
And then, what do you do with your cast-offs? Donate them to a worthy charity? Sell them on eBay? Cast-offs? What cast-offs? Or give them to family or friends?
What is that?
Right? I keep everything.
I don't know. I just throw them away.
I mean, I
most of
guess
the time.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give stuff to, like, Goodwill, although I don't like to give them to Goodwill. But if I want to get stuff out of my house that I don't fit me anymore. So I guess A, but...
I'll go A.
All right, so tally up your letters and see what you get. Okay, mine are mostly B's.
I got C's.
Mostly D's.
All right, so I guess we'll each read our character. So, I am mostly B's. Phoebe. With you, less is definitely more. You like to show off your body. You certainly don't wear clothes to cover up. Your wardrobe is bursting with cute and sexy skimpy tops, or no shirt at all. So it's a good job you live in a warm climate. I wish I lived in a warm climate. Otherwise, you'd be forever catching a cold. You're not afraid to be daring and have few inhibitions when it comes to your wardrobe. Okay, so you've made a few fashion faux pas, haven't we all? But you would look good wearing a garbage bag. All right, who's C?
Me. You are Prue. You've always had a mature outlook when it comes to your wardrobe. You don't do tacky, and you prefer to spend a lot of money on one item of clothing rather than buy a lot of cheap stuff. You buy for quality, not quantity, and you dress to impress no one but yourself. You might not have a bulging wardrobe. Interesting phrasing.
Interesting choice, yeah.
But what you have got is classy, elegant, and timeless. Wacky and fun isn't really your bag, and unlike most of us, you've never brought anything on a whim and lived to regret it? Who is editing this? But it is funny that I got Prue because I actually do have a couple of things that at least resemble her wardrobe, including like a replica of her necklace. So it's like, yay!
Yay!
I'm glad I got her.
I love it.
All right, mostly D's. I love D's. You are Piper. Tasteful is the key word in your wardrobe. You like to wear solid colors because you're not into making a statement, and you certainly don't dress to gain attention. You love your jeans. In fact, you live in them. Being comfortable in your clothes is more importante to you than wearing the latest fashions. We're definitely not going to find lots of skimpy, sexy stuff in your closet. In fact, you're hideously ugly. No, your most daring purchase is a pair of black leather trousers. That's about as wild and sexy as you're ever likely to get. Wow, I feel very attacked right now.
That's a little rude. A little
Yeah.
rude. Oh my goodness.
And for our listeners who did choose mostly A's, you are Paige. Conservative, you certainly are not. When it comes to your clothes, you're daring with a capital D. You love your bright colors and bold way out patterns. There's not much room for boring black in your wardrobe. The clothes you wear are all about making a statement. You're not afraid to push the style boundaries and experiment. You love being quirky, and that is reflected in your fashion sense. Oh, and you're obsessed with chefs. No, she's not.
No, she's not. Who? Where did you get that from? Oh my gosh.
Well, she does wear them.
I'm mad at this magazine. She does wear them, yeah. Or if you read the comics, she loves the sandals, which she never really wore.
I know.
But yeah. Let's move on to Charmed FAQ. And Weirdly Beloved is covering this, but I don't know. Yeah. Most of this stuff is stuff we already know. So just, I guess, summarize, and if there's anything that struck you.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly just, like you said, stuff we already know, like who created Charmed and when did it make its TV debut, where was the series filmed, which it was filmed in Los Angeles. And although the actual manor itself is 1329 Carroll Avenue. I so want to go there sometime. The opening theme is...
I've been inside of it.
I'm so jealous of you.
Yeah, I interviewed... Look, the first season of this podcast, I interviewed the owner while I was inside the manor, so it was really kind of a cool thing. And she has passed away since, so it's just her husband that owns it now.
Oh,
which is
that's
very
sad.
area.
Yeah. It's really nice of them to keep it, where people can still visit it, though, because it's...
Yeah.
Everyone's like, that's a charmed house.
They're really good. And they rent out the upstairs, so they do have people living in there. The current resident, I'm not a big fan of. He's like this curly-haired rock guy who's just like using the house to gain publicity, and I'm like, okay, whatever. He just doesn't care about charms. Like, you have no respect for what this means.
Right?
So, I know. I say.
It's like, let's get someone in there that will respect the...
Yeah.
The opening of the show is How Soon Is Now by Love Spit Love, and then it has a list of the birthdays for the Charm cast, were any other actors considered for the main roles. Brian Krause, Julian McMahon, and Kara Smith all auditioned for Andy Trudeau, which I can't imagine any of them as Andy. That would have been...
Right.
And then Lori Rom was the original Phoebe, and then we got Alyssa. And it says when it comes to season 4 and the character of Paige Matthews, the legs of Jennifer Love Hewitt, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and Eliza Dushku were all allegedly considered for the part that went to Rose McGowan. But I remember seeing Brad say that they didn't look at anybody else, so I don't know how true that is. And then, just why did Julian leave? What other TV shows were they in before Charmed? Have any of the cast written or directed episodes? Well, I didn't know that Brian Krause had a story credit for Sense and Sensibility. That's interesting. And then Shannon directed 3 episodes. Be Careful What You Wish For, The Good, the Bad, and the Cursed, and All Hell Breaks Loose. Then there's some stuff about merch, the likelihood of a Charm Season 9 or spin-off series or movie, and then what episode/season gave the show its highest ratings. Just, basic.
Yeah. I do like that they mentioned that Cole was supposed to only last a season, because that's the truth. He was only supposed to be in and done, and so they kind of moved back his original storyline, and they kind of goofed things up a lot. But and then the Charmed Sons, that was very much popular at the time. I remember like the CharmedOnes.com was all about that. They're having this whole petition to make the Charmed Sons happen. It was a thing at the time.
We got some posters to go through. So first off, we've got this like sexy, sultry Paige, like in a nice top poster. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what order it actually goes in the book.
It's hard.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's because it's flipped. It's goofy. Yeah.
Then
She's
we
right.
have. Oh yeah, there's the Prue one in her conservative black like top and outfit. And we've got Phoebe in the sexy red dress, kind of tunic-looking dress. And we've got the Piper picture we've seen 100 times in like the orange sparkly top.
Clearly, I learned nothing from cutting up all the magazines, because when I saw these posters, my first instinct was to rip them out and go put them in like some sort of collection. It's like, wow.
Hey, if it makes you happy,
I mean,
I support you.
They would. Yeah, they would look better than in here. Some of my posters, they did fall out automatically, so I do have some that are loose. So in some of the past ones, I'm like, oh, just here it is. This is what it looks like. But I do mostly try to keep them in here, just because I have other stuff on the wall.
Right, it's nice to have the complete thing. Plus, I'm afraid I'd rip them.
Yeah.
And then we have a Guess the Caption again. This is Leo when he's preggers. My caption would be, I am never going that hard at the all-you-can-eat K BBQ again.
And they didn't give us the answer. They didn't give us anybody's responses from last caption.
No, I wanted to know.
That's weird. They gave it a new one without giving us the old one. Rude. Yeah. It's like, oh, the burrito.
He definitely does look a bit gassy, and Piper looks like she's trying to keep her face straight. Like, ugh, that smells.
It's like, yeah.
Oh,
you just
that burrito.
Why'd you do that to me? Yep.
simple yet effective.
It's like, you are not helping. Fun. All right. So now we have Once Upon a Time. Scout Taylor Compton. The fairy, Thistle the fairy. She was 18 years old at the time that they interviewed her for this. All these little fairy pictures. Scout actually auditioned to play the role of Kate in the episode. But they thought she looked too old, so they're like, oh, that's how she got Thistle. She's like, you can be the fairy.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. She's like, yeah, too old to be the little girl, but we'll make it something. And she said she had a lot of fun in the little harness because they had her, like, you know, flying around with the little strings on and the strings, whatever, ropes, pulleys, whatever they do. And here they say that Thistle appeared in Necromancy in the Stone, Oh My Goddess Part 1, Sorta in the City, Spin City, Something With This Way Goes, Reaper Manor, and Gone with the Witches. And she says they just keep calling her back. And she's like, I'm glad they had me come back and use again instead of using old footage. But I feel like there were some episodes where they did use stock footage.
Yeah, and I thought we talked about that before where they did.
Yeah, because I had a friend that went to a convention and asked her, and she was like, oh, I don't think I was paid for some of those episodes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Scout says that when she came in for season 8, all the stunt people were surprised at how big she's grown, and they had to use her at an adult harness now instead of the old child harness that they used to put her in. Like, oh my, you're a woman.
Those boobs.
And then she's like, I'm sad they had to kill me off. I had to die and gone with the witches.
She does?
Okay. Yeah, well, like, a fairy dies. The thing is, they're talking like Thistle was the fairy every time, and I don't think Thistle was the fairy every time. It was just a generic fairy. Because if it was Thistle the whole time, she would have died in Necromancy in the Stone when the necromancer ate her soul, or whatever. So they're like, I'm just the fairy. I'm Thistle. No, you're not. You're a new fairy. Thistle ran away into the woods. She's free. She's a princess. Leave her alone. Charmed is the thing she gets remembered for the most. And she played Laurie in Rob Zombie's Halloween remake. I never saw that. Did you, Sean?
Yeah, it's really good. And then the second one had potential, but it went kind of awry.
Okay. And she is also trying to start a music career, and you can listen to her songs currently on MySpace.
Wow, MySpace.
I had a MySpace.
Yeah, I did.
And then the next one is Rise of the Triad. Yeah, it's an interview with Rick Overton, who played one of the members of the Triad. Did he have a name?
They said Triad member number 2.
Oh. So I'll just say Triad member number 2. And in season 2, by the way, not the later ones that came back in season 8.
Well, in season 3.
Oops.
Yeah.
But yeah, so turns out he was in a fair few projects like Willow, Earth Girls Are Easy, The Rocketeer, Eight-Legged Freaks, Trekkies, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, The Secret Adventures of Jules Verne, Lost, and Charmed, of course. And I guess he's very creative too, because it said the Jules Verne series, he helped design it, and that he was a creative consultant. So, that's really cool. I didn't know that he did so much behind the scenes. I wonder, I didn't see that if he said that he did anything behind the scenes of Charmed, but there was a bit about how the contacts were very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
The blackout lenses, and that if your eye dried out, it grabbed the lens and was being dragged up when you blinked. That sounds really painful. He said that Julianne was
It's
really
happened to
great
me in
work with.
cosplay a little bit. It was like, where's the eye drops?
Oh, ouch.
It doesn't really hurt so much, but it does get really annoying because it's like every time I blink, it's like up in the air, like get down. So I've had that happen before.
When they get stuck up and then you try and blink back down, is there a risk of the bottom of the contact cutting into your eye when it comes back down? Or
I never had that happen. I have, well, I have regular contacts sometimes too, and I've had them rip on me, and so I've had pieces of the contacts like stuck in my eye for like days, and I had to like try to like wash it out. It's terrible. Usually your eyes are good at like eventually getting it out, and you wake up one morning with it, you know. But that's where it's really annoying because you can always feel something in there. It doesn't so much hurt, but it's like it's aggravating you. Ugh. So contacts can be crazy.
I've never once worn contacts, and I'm actually kind of afraid of them for this reason.
I'm fine. I'm wearing them right now. They're beautiful. But yeah, they can be dangerous. So.
Yeah, he just talks about how he enjoyed his time on Charmed. Julian was really nice, and that apparently he does stand up too. I did not know he was a comedian. But yeah, he says every once in a while he gets recognized by Charmed fans, and you know, I think that's pretty impressive that people can recognize him even without the contacts in.
I mean, and he looks so different because, like, here he is in the show with that beard and everything, and then this is him in real life. Oh, wait, there. I would not recognize him at all.
I thought that was Victor
like,
at
different
first.
People. Yeah. So crazy. I do like that he said that he liked playing his death because they gave him like a time to linger and like be surprised by the dagger. He's like, oh, like it's in me. So he had fun doing that, I guess, which is cool.
Right? At first I didn't know how they didn't see that coming because like Cole was dragging his feet so much about killing them. It's like, don't you think that maybe you should like be keeping an eye on him? But somewhere in here he said the Triad like kind of consider themselves royalty, like they're above like who would betray or you know go against us, and so that's part of the reason he was so surprised, like I can't believe this just happened.
Gasp.
Who do you think you are?
That's fun. They had Triad in Magic Hour, Sight Unseen, and Power Outage. So those 3 episodes they were in. And they don't have the names because in season 8 they have names: Asmodeus, Belial, and Candor. Here they're just like, I'm number 1, number 2, number 3.
Hi. All right. My favorite moment, just Harried. And we have a reader letter. It says, Dear Charmed Magazine, I love all the romantic episodes of Charmed, but my favorite has to be just Harried. I loved it when Piper thought the wedding wasn't going to go ahead, but Piper and Leo's love for each other wins in the end, and the wedding goes ahead as planned. Piper is my favorite Charmed one, and she's my inspiration to become an actress myself. I love the episodes with Piper and Leo. Kirsty Neal, 17, from Coventry, UK. And this is the episode where it's most known for Piper and Leo finally getting married. The whole family is together for the first time. That's why people love it. The wedding scene is the most magical moment. And we also even get, like, Prue being framed for murder and her, like, dark persona coming out through her astral projection, like, experimentation. So it's a memorable and fun episode overall.
I recorded this episode on my VHS tape because I knew it was going to be a momentous occasion.
Nice.
So next we have, Charmed by a Story, and it's the top 10 Charmed books. And this is so fitting for this podcast because we did cover all of the novels already. It's so fun. So they're not. I guess there's just any 10. They're not listed by ranking, but it's just their favorite 10.
What's that guess? One very important, but go ahead.
Okay, well, all right. I'm excited to hear what you say. So they have Whispers from the Past by Rosalind Noonan, and this is the one where Phoebe went back in time and she saw Melinda Warren's daughter Prudence and started hanging out with her, learning about the history of their. It's a really cool one. Then we have Soul of the Bride, where Prue gets like this haunted camera and sends people to like Hades, and they got what's his name? I forget what the guy's name was in that. Then we have Legacy of Merlin, where they went to London. Prue was on another 415 assignment job, and Piper did a love potion and a love spell, and Phoebe was super horny for the demon, and yeah. Garden of Evil. That's where Paige gets trapped in a little garden by the demon, and it's this beautiful garden, and she is very Beauty and the Beast. I remember that one. That was pretty good. Dark Vengeance, that's my favorite one. Oh, that's where like these like old what do you call it? Old witch people, these old tribes of witches come back and just like steal the Charm's magic, and they slowly like come out in different ways. Like Paige orbs something, she orbs a remote control, and it comes back all like randomly in different dislocated places. Or like Piper tries to blow something up, and it just like a little like a little spark. That was such a fun one. I like that one. Phoebe levitated like 2 inches off the grass, like. Oh, then we have the Crimson Spell. That was a super cool one where they had like these ribbons that went on them, and then all the powers were reversed. So every time Piper tries to freeze something, she ended up freezing herself. And Prue would she like tried to get a car out of the way, and it started like coming at her. She's like, ah! That was fun. Demon doppelgangers, where this like demon comes out of an egg and like can like clone himself, and he couldn't die. The Brewing Storm. This is the Brig Daryl heavy episode where Tyler's coming back. And they have to like get all these witches that have elemental powers together. That was super fun. Oh, all these good ones. Seasons of the Witch Volume 1 is a collection of short stories that have to do with Samhain, Imbolc, and what was the other one? I forget. One of the other Sabbats, and it was really good. And Harried the Witch, that's the one where like this other witch mom and her witch daughter she just came into her powers, and they have like this demon that's fighting their entire family and killing off their family, and they have to get help from the Charmed Twins. I'm not even reading these descriptions. I'm just going off of my memory, and that's what I have. They were fun books, so if you want to hear the stories of all those in detail, you can listen to our first season.
I still have the Crimson Spell and Whispers from the Past and a couple of other ones, but ones like Demon Doppelgangers and Soul the Bride were victims of my little cut project back in the day.
They're just cutting the cover off. You're gonna put it somewhere else and put it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Anything that Piper looked pretty in was at risk of getting cut back then. Like, oh, she's so pretty.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you mentioned Crimson Spell and Whispers from the Past, because those two books make an appearance in the Charmed show.
That's right.
Yeah, right in the bookstore in Magic Hour.
I love that. I love that they did that.
So.
All right. So, A, why is there a picture of fucking Billy? She has nothing to do with any of the books. But where's Leo Rising? Everybody loved Leo Rising. That didn't make the top 10.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's too fresh. Maybe they didn't get a chance to read it yet. They said we read them all, and they probably didn't read them all.
True.
Hey, yeah, Billy. Why is Billy in this? You're right. Billy did. She's not even in any of the books at all whatsoever. So, see, put that in your canonical hat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Producing Magic is about Peter Chomsky, who was a producer on the show from beginning to end, hired as an associate producer, moved up the ranks, also had extensive effects and production background. I'm pretty much just reading your notes because I missed this one.
It's okay.
And he did stuff like script work, prep work, visual or sound, and I think it's interesting that he worked on the manor blowing up. It says that he took a helicopter over the real house and took pictures with a digital camera, which I think is really interesting how they did that, because it was in one of the featurettes of either season 8 or on the special bonus disc, and they showed how they built that up like layer by layer. And didn't they actually destroy like their set too? It had to be done at like the end because they actually destroyed it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. That must have been surreal.
Right. Oh my gosh.
And then the chick flick stuff, he worked on that too, and that, you know, they did the movie material separately, and, you know, just before the actual episode shot, which I think it's really interesting that they did the movie stuff separately. I think it's cool that they could have that come out of the screen, and that's one of my favorite episodes, by the way.
It's so good. It's wonderful.
And yeah, he said,
like, how about bitch?
I forgot it. I think that'd be great in like a collection of charm clips. Like, how about bitch?
Yeah, right.
And isn't that the same episode where Prue, but she goes, that was an antique, you ass. And then the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. But But this is the 21st century. It's the woman's job to save the day. You know, stuff like that.
See, that is such a great episode. I love it.
It's so fun.
All right,
Let's talk about
so
Jessie
Jesse's
Woodrow.
games. Jesse Woodrow is the name of the actor who plays Jesse. So this is an interview with
No,
Ian
Glenn.
Spelling.
Glenn.
Or Glenn. Yeah, you're right. Why is it called Jesse's games? Glenn, yeah. So Glenn, the actor Jesse Woodrow, he was on a failed pilot for one of Aaron Spelling's shows, and even Jesse was like, yeah, it wasn't a very good script, but apparently Aaron Spelling liked him so much, he's like, you should be on one of my shows. So he, a week after, he got a call saying, like, come and audition for Charmed, and they were basically like, you're too tall. And then a little while later, a few months later, Aaron Spelling like followed up with him and was like, did you get on my show? And he was like, no. And so they like called him back and just had him like be Glenn. They just kind of like gave it
I'm gonna have
to
my
him.
people call your people.
Yeah, my people I'll call your people. See? He was asked, like, because Glenn is such like a standout character, and because him and Paige like hit it off right away in the show and actually like had chemistry. Well, they were old friends, but they had chemistry. He found out that him and Rose actually went to the same high school, and that's when Rose was dating Marilyn Manson, and Jesse was actually friends with Marilyn Manson. Put that in your back pocket, because we're going to bring that back and judge him for that in a second.
Right. Yeah.
So he heard Rose was quite fond of him being on the show and kept asking for him to return.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse eventually moved to Texas and found God. And now he's like a priest. And he will refuse to play any roles he's morally against. He specifically called out, like, he won't be a rapist because he doesn't want to condone that kind of behavior, which I think that's very stand up, but I also don't think like acting will like condone it. You know what I mean? Like, being a rapist doesn't condone rape. It's showing like, I don't know, difference of opinion.
Yeah. His agent, his agent was very unhappy.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny because I actually did the same thing. Ian Spelling was like, oh, you're a priest now, huh? But you just said you're friends with Marilyn Manson, see? Because I was kind of like, Marilyn Manson is all about, like, drugs and, like, not a great life. He's not a great person. So, like, it's funny to admit that you're friends with him. But then you found God. But I won't judge from there on out.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting article.
It's funny because I feel like the only one who didn't actually like Glenn.
Really?
Oh, you didn't like him?
No, I just always thought he was annoying. Just like that little smirk. It's like, go away. But every time I go in Charmed forums
like,
and stuff, people seem to like him. I'm like, I'll just see myself out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I loved him. I thought he was fine. I can see why you wouldn't like him.
I like
because he talked. Go ahead.
Oh, I liked him for Paige as I was watching it, but then I like Henry much better. So like it kind of made me forget Glenn a little bit.
He seemed a little like dead behind the eyes. He's like, "Oh, noogie here. Oh, I'm going to Australia." Like, he just didn't feel like he was fully committed to anything. So I guess there's that.
True.
But yeah, okay. So now we have another "What Happened Next" continuation, and this is after they asked readers to like fill in the gap about what happened after the show. There's a lot of responses this time. Where is it? So I'll read a couple of them. This one says, as the Charmed enjoy life without magic, they take some time off, and Piper, Leo, and baby Melinda go to Africa. And back at the manor, Wyatt and Chris are left home alone. Apart from Aunt Paige. Kevin! Who's still around to pop in at any moment and see what's up. And then, things get worse for the Charmed brothers as their cousin, Prawn. I don't know, Prawn. What is that? What is that name? I'm a prawn. All right. King Prawn. That's Phoebe's eldest daughter. She comes to stay. Chris and her don't exactly see eye to eye. It's only a matter of time before things start to go awry. As Prawn starts setting up summoning evil powers with a spirit board, a poltergeist is unleashed on the manor, and the cousins must fight for their lives. Oh my god. And then they have a new power of 3, must continue. So I guess, yeah. I don't know. That was just crazy to me. And then they have Piper here. Greetings from Africa! This one's by Matthew Galea in Australia, and I actually know who that is. I follow him on Instagram. He's a little reporter of things now, and he's a huge Charmed fan, and he interviewed some of the Charmed actors and something before. So that's kind of funny. I messaged him. I'm like, hey, I think I saw you write something in the magazine. He's like, yeah. So it's pretty cool. We talked about Magic School is reopened. Leo is headmaster again, which we kind of learned that Piper is looking after the children. Phoebe and Cooper is the mother to Prudence, Penelope, and Ladybug, and is also a best-selling author. So a lot of this actually came true in the comics. A little bit different names and stuff, but that's kind of cool. Paige is a full white later, and she's mom to Henry Jr., Helen, and Patricia. So they don't have the names quite right. But I mean, this is before I think we knew who the names were, because Paul Ruditis had to name them for the comics. There's this one Jeremy Suez talked about. He wrote a letter as if he was Henry from the future, like Henry Jr. Like, that was interesting. Lena Narain, I think she has ideas about like the daughter of the Source bonding with Wyatt and Chris. Oh yeah, and that was Priya. She named her Priya. So I didn't like that. And then Madeline Davis, oh yeah, she wants Melinda to be part everything. She's like, Melinda will be part witch, part whitelighter, part elder, part avatar, and part mortal.
Oh wow.
Like, girl.
That's a big team pool.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a fun and powerful being? Like, it's crazy to me. I don't like it. I was very mad at that. I said, and she wants Melinda to be part psychotic. There you go. All right. Tell us about Grace.
How do you say that last name? Zabriskie?
Zabriskie? I think so, yeah.
So Grace Zabriskie played the Crone in season 5 of Charmed, and she doesn't remember if she auditioned or not, but obviously she was pretty memorable. Like, I didn't know that she had different makeup at first. You know, like, originally she had like lipstick and like not cat eyes, but definitely heavier eye makeup, and then Brad stepped in and was like, no, which I actually agree with, because she looks beautiful in the Polaroid here, but you know, the Crone was so, you know, she seemed like she'd been around forever, and you know, I think the way she was portrayed in the final version was very, she looked like she had that wisdom, and you know, the fact that she did have that look, it made it clear that she didn't really care about like vanity and stuff. She wanted power. I think that kind of spoke to her character's motivation. But yeah, so she was on the show. She said it was fun, and that the visual effects were also very, very cool, but also that the team working on them was also very good to work with. And then she also starred in Brothel is a Wonderful First Feature by writer-director Amy Waddell, I think. The actress says the comedy, which also stars Colin Hanks, Tony can't pronounce that, and Balthazar, Michael Bailey Smith. It's like, it would be very interesting to watch the Crone alongside, Shax / Balthazar / the Source. He played a lot of people, but
right.
I do think it's also very interesting that towards the end of her interview, she said that it might have been better had I understood, in regard to the business, as well as I do now, that no one will use his or her power to influence to help you if he doesn't think it will make him look good. No one, however stellar, can afford to squander his influence. And it's like, I think it's very interesting that she put that out there. Like, if you think about it, she didn't have to say that. I think it's like to help the younger generation, like, hey, if there's nothing in it for them, they're not actually here to help you.
And she's like, even though if I'm not happy with where I'm at, like, I gotta remember that I'm here for a reason, because someone, you know, believed in me or liked me or whatever. So
I also think it's really cool that she seems to be a very creative person. Apparently now she works as a designer and sculptor with her daughter, Marion, and they make lamps, boxes, furnitures, and stuff like that. And
Pretty neat.
I'm gonna look that up later. I'd like to see the stuff she made. But yeah, she seems like a really cool person. A really nice lady.
Yeah.
I remember her in The Grudge.
She was in The
crazy
Grudge?
old lady in The Grudge. Yeah. She was like the one crazy lady at the house that would like sit there in the corner.
I didn't even remember that. It's been so long since I've watched that movie because I'm such a chicken. But I gotta go back and watch it now.
Right.
I'll just make it like scary movie day.
Yeah.
See?
And I would say the original series, Ju-on, that The Grudge is based on, those movies are so
better.
good. I like them actually better than the Grudge movies.
Okay. Yeah, I always been meaning to watch those. I never did.
The third one, like, much to like usually happens, a lot of people didn't like as much because it gets really silly, like Scream 3. But I love the third one just because it is so silly and different.
See, I'm on that page too. I think it's really fun.
Yeah. All right, but let's talk about Powers of 3. Molecular combustion is the one we're focusing on this week. First witnessed in Exit Strategy at the Passport Office. So it talks about how, like, when you look at this scientifically, it's the idea that she can slow down or speed up molecules, and if you speed up molecules enough, they eventually, like, lose their cohesion and explode. So that's what's actually happening. In addition to explosion, the power can also knock projectiles back. It's cool when used in conjunction with her freezing power. And Kevin, oh my god, this is Kismet. Because much like X-Men, we talked about Charm. Now in Charmed, we're talking about X-Men. Because this article calls out Boom Boom. It even like mentions how her name at the time was Time Bomb. And her power, they compared it to Piper's because she can make like little balls that like speed up molecules and explode. And if you'd like to know more about Boom Boom, you can hear her in A Nightmare on Grey Malkin Lane on solvingforxmen.com. She's one of the fan favorite characters we wrote.
Yeah, amazing.
Plug.
Cool. So, and the conjunction with your freezing power, she did that in Charmed when they got the chalice, the exploding and then froze the shards in the air. Really cool. I think the only other time that happened is when the Sorcerer stole their powers, and he did that in the underworld. It's like, I have both their powers. So, yeah, cool. Now we have the infamous Ask Brad section. Look at his stink face. I have a few things in here, not too much, but apparently Brad's just submitted his new pilot for a show called Chasing Ghosts into the marketplace of TV, but that doesn't go anywhere, I'm guessing. I thought it was interesting. He said if Brad needed protection from one of the sisters, he would choose Prue. I was like, oh! Yeah. Oh! So that made me happy considering what he did to Shannon, but okay. Mm-hmm. And this made me laugh. Brad said there was an episode, he doesn't remember which one, where Grams whisked into the room twice, like the edit, and put her in there twice. And he had to call Peter Chomsky, who fixed it fast right before it was set to air in Canada. Because I just found this out too. They said that Canada, it always aired first the Friday before it aired in America on Sunday. It's like, oh. So, see, they fix it like really quick.
Yeah. I feel like when I read this, we got a big hint on who Brad is once again, because he goes into his like diatribe about like he doesn't like to direct other people's ideas just because he likes to have full control. It's like, does not work well with others, is an asshole.
It definitely lends itself to the idea that he pushed Constance out because he wanted full control. I saw that down here. I'm like, You'll always tell on yourself, huh?
Yep.
And there was an issue a while back where they mentioned Constance. It's like, oh yeah, we don't talk to her. She doesn't talk to us. We don't. I'm like, okay. I know what's going on here. Jerk. Anything else in there that anyone has? No? All right. So now we have show and spell. These are the charmed letters. I guess I just want to look at the art because I didn't get much in the letters themselves, but some of the art is fun. Mm-hmm. I like this one of Holly.
Yeah,
that was pretty
really
good by Kevin Farrell. Oh, good.
You want to hear something kind of funny about the art section?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I went to high school around the same time I started doing these magazines, and I saw this really realistic one of, I think it was Phoebe, Piper, and Paige. Prue and Paige were never in the same season. Anyway, so I was in an art class at the time, and turns out my art teacher also watched Charmed, and he would let me watch season 8 during lunchtime. I brought him the magazine, and I'm like, can you let me try and draw Paige? This picture. It was one with her strawberry blonde hair from season 6.
Okay.
Or I can try and submit it to this magazine just in case. And he's like, sure, but she's not wearing any clothes. So we got into this big debate about why she's not wearing any clothes. I'm like, no, she is. You just can't see them. And I finally found that picture at a different angle. It's like, see, I knew she was wearing something, but yeah, I saw this, and it's one of the, I just really saw this section. I'm like, I can draw something, maybe. So I like seeing this section after all this time.
That's amazing. I'll thank you for that story. Oh my gosh. I mean, because I don't ever want to make fun of anybody's art, but it's funny because like there's different ages of people who submit things, and there's it's cool. Like I couldn't draw anything back then.
I find it funny that a child drew this like Balthazar picture. It's just funny to see such a childlike drawing, but it's like a demon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. It's like, I know I'm gonna love Halloween when I'm older.
Yeah.
I like the source Book of Shadows kind of picture they drew. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Of the source. Yeah.
And even like it's kind of funny but kind of sad, the three sisters with Prue's grave in the middle, but I like how they're kind of
oh my god,
they're like in the style of the that. Peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Power of 3, but oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
Fun. All right, so that's really it for the magazine. Does anybody have anything for put that in my canonical hat? Anything that was an error?
Canonical.
I know we mentioned a lot along the way.
Yeah, white lighters don't wear robes. We talked about that.
And the quiz says white letter robe when it should be elder robe. I mean, white letter robes do exist because we saw it in Blinded by the White Letter when he went up there with Natalie. They were wearing like the gray robes, so they do exist, but it's very uncommon. I think that's the only time we ever saw a white letter robe.
I just can't believe they got so many of the episode titles wrong. It's like, you'd think that'd be the first thing you would fact check when making the magazine, but apparently not.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go over the quiz before I noticed that, because I was like, I usually skip the quizzes and save it for the pod. I'm like, what is going on here? I love that. I have a few things. Oh, go ahead. Is more?
Oh, I was just going to say, I also think it's interesting that of the 3 things that mentioned Betsy Johnson, I got them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'll never hear it the same way again. Betsy Johnson every time I look at that picture of her. The magazine said that we never saw the Charmers dress in anything less than perfect, and I laughed. Like, okay. They also said that Paige had red hair most of the time, as if it were the. I'm like, it was one season. One season. I hate when they just like, yeah, she's the redhead. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then we talked about how Paige would not be the sister into shoes. They mentioned that a lot. I don't think Thistle was the fairy every time it was a fairy. Oh, in her Piper's molecular combustion power, they say that Piper's, but they say both of Piper's powers are emotion driven. Like, like that's such a weird statement because all of every sister's powers are emotion driven. Like most magic is in fact actually really. So I'm like, that's such a weird thing to like latch onto. They also said, this is a biggie. They said in the early years, Piper's power was not strong enough to cause demons to explode, but she exploded Tarkin in the very first episode. She got that power. So, like, I mean, it got stronger. She could explode people that previously couldn't be exploded. That happened, but she always could explode low-level demons.
Yeah, not to mention, didn't Leo say, I think it might have been Look Who's Barking, but when he's with Piper on the bed, he says the elders wouldn't have given her the power if they didn't think she could handle it. It's like, of course she couldn't blow up people before that. She didn't have it.
Right. So, just goofy things in this magazine. All right, but that is the end of the issue. Woo, it was a long one. Before we go, I have the poll for next week question.
Another P, imagine that.
P is for poll. And P is for poll. What is the most iconic outfit? And you have Hellfire Prue, Coyote Piper, Mer Phoebe, or Noir Page.
Ooh.
It's hard.
I know mine right away
For me,
because
okay,
I
what is
realized
it?
a few years ago I love like a classic look on women. Whenever I like have a crush on a girl, it's usually like they're a rockabilly chick, or they like dress kind of like retro. So mine would be the Noir Page, because I love like pale skin and like bright red lipstick with like dark hair. So that one was doing it for me.
Nice. I'm gonna go with Hellfire Prue just because I like it and I cosplayed it, and I'm gonna bring it back again. Next time I cosplay it, I'm gonna bring the ponytail. I'm gonna James Mansfield make me a ponytail wig.
Ooh.
And so I'll have the whole long ponytail with my gender bend cosplay. It'd be really fun. What about you, Weirdly Beloved?
Of those four, I would say probably Rose's Charm Noir. Look, I just thought she looked so gorgeous in that episode. I mean,
So
she's
good.
gorgeous anyway, but, you know, especially gorgeous. Like, she was definitely built for that sort of retro style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very much in her element, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we'll see what the audiences, the spell worders say, and see which one wins. I'm very curious. I'll tell you what's going to happen next episode. We have Wedding Bells. We relive the best proposals, dresses, services, and speeches as we take a look back at all the charmed ones' weddings. We get the look on bridal gowns and bridesmaids' dresses. See, this is another thing I'm not going to know much about weddings, but okay. Top 10 dates. Look back over the best hookups from all 8 seasons of the show. Oh my gosh. From Paige's disastrous attempt to find Mr. Right to Piper's up and down relationship with Leo. And then we have a section on charmed men. So we get to talk about them. And we have a quiz again and more powers of 3 and all kinds of stuff. So coming soon next episode.
Nice.
So with that, Weirdly Beloved, tell us where we can find you and follow your YouTube channel.
You can find me on YouTube at, well, Weirdly Beloved. You'll know it by, like, the icon of a character with roses in their hair.
Beautiful. I'm going to try to put it like on this video too so people can see it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Shawnee?
And you can find me on Shawnee Havoc on Instagram or TikTok. I also post X-Men stuff to the Shawnee Havoc TikTok. Or you can just go to solvingforxmen.com, where it'll link you to our other podcast where we are currently going through Agatha All Along. We've also done WandaVision, X-Men, X-Men 97, X-Men Evolution. That'll link you to our...
All the Fox movies.
That'll also link you to our shirt store where you can buy shirts and other merch.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, you can find me on my personal Instagram, KJEEZY87, or follow this podcast, Words of the Witches, on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. And so we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next issue. Thanks for listening, Spell Worders. Your destiny still awaits.
Harlot.